Today we will be discussing about differential gene expression. As the name suggests, differential gene expression. Right. So, genes express differently in different tissues and organs. So, one thing is for sure, certain, it is already established that a cell has different types of cells. One from, say, liver, for an example, you have one from muscle. So, gene from liver and muscle, the genomic complement or the total number of genes present in a liver cell of that organism and the muscle cell of that organism, they are the same. So, that is the concept of genomic equivalence. A liver cell has got the same genes which are present in the muscle cells or in the kidney cells or in any cell of the body apart from the gamete, sperm or egg. Apart from that, it is the same. But then if all the genes are same, then why are the tissues different? Why are the tissues different? If all the genes are same, then why are the tissues different? And that is where the concept of differential gene expression comes into play. That is where the concept of differential gene expression. Now, if you see what are the genes expressed, the genes expressed in liver are the liver specific genes are expressed. And in the muscle cell, you will find the muscle specific genes being expressed. A different set of genes are expressed in liver and muscle. There are some common genes, some common housekeeping genes are present. Genes also present. So some common housekeeping genes are also present. Now the question therefore arises, that why are they different? Why are the cells, if the genes are the same, why are the tissues different? This is what we are going to study in differential gene expression. There are certain reasons why this is different. So as we see, these differences arise first at the level of transcription. where from the DNA mRNA is made. There are different transcription factors, different external environment of the cell. A liver lives in a liver cell environment. The kidney lives in a kidney cell environment. The muscle stays in a muscle cell environment. During the cell differentiation, during the phase of differentiation, when from a zygote suddenly you have blastula, morula, gastrula, ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm, coelom, then the organs start to take place. You will find there are different sets of external cues coming as well as some internal cues coming. So a different set of regulatory factors come. A different set of regulatory factors in the form of transcription factors. A different set of transcription factors come. So this cell with nuclear gene it makes nuclear RNA. All this process takes place inside the nucleus. First is the transcription factors. Which transcription factors are present? So the moment we talk about transcription, there is something known as a promoter. And then you have the particular gene. Promoters have got regions known as cis regulatory elements. Promoters have got these, they have got cis regulatory elements. And to these cis regulatory elements, transcription factors bind. And that causes the transcription of genes. And you have a nuclear RNA being made. This whole process takes place inside the nucleus. In the next step, is the step of nuclear RNA processing. Another level of regulation starts to work over here in this step. Here, and a thing known as splicing polyadenylation and addition of 5-methyl guanosine cap. So, 7 na 5. Very good. Very good. What happens with the 5-methyl guanosine cap? अरे आस्ते आस्ते बोलो, जा इससे बोलो. Very good. Very good. Now, all these three steps take place. So, what is the difference? How this splicing takes place? What is the nature of this splicing? What is the nature of this splicing? Here we will talk about something known as alternate or alternative splicing. It's the same. Alternate splicing बोलो বা alternative splicing बोलो, तुम्हारा जा इच्छे. A concept comes. Polyadenylation. How long is the poly A tail at the 3' end? At the 3' end, poly A tail is added. How long is it? And in the 7' methyl guanosine, how fast is the cap added? These questions needed to be answered. This will indicate what type of transcript is going to be made. Alternate splicing, for example, there is an enzyme known as lactate dehydrogenase LDH. It is different in your liver and it is different in your muscle. Apolipoprotein B, exactly. একটা 100 হয়ে যাচ্ছে একটা exactly. So there are different ways of saying alternative splicing. So almost the most common example, of course, is your LDH study. The muscle isoforms and the liver isoforms are different. There was another example which I used to teach a lot. ওটা তো রয়েছে asexual protein, sex determination in Drosophila. Another example which I used to teach, right now it's not coming in my mind, will come very soon. So it is that, now it has come into my mind. The enzyme of glycolysis, hexokinase, glucokinase. So depending upon which, one is in liver and one is in the brain. So depending upon how the transcript is in alternate splicing, here the particular mRNA transcript and eventually the protein is made. Sometimes, because of this alternative splicing, some enzymes have got a different affinity towards the substrate. Some are more stronger, some become weaker. Some have a catalytic domain, some don't have a catalytic domain. So on the presence and absence of this catalytic domain, it will make the cells different. Because of the environmental clues, in some cells, the splicing is different. It starts always with the external clue. It's where it is placed. Then eventually these are which make it even more different from each other. And this is actually genetically programmed in the cell. When there is a one cell state, certain set of genes are expressed. When you have a two cell state, a different set of genes are expressed. When you have a four cell state, a different set of genes are expressed. Then you have a 8 cell state, you will find the cells which are in the bottom, they have a different set of genes, which are on the top, they will have a different set of genes. That is because of their position. Where in the 8th cell is the position of the bottom, where is the position of the top. When the egg cell is there, on one side is known as the animal pole, the other side is the vegetal pole. So the vegetal pole will direct genes which are the cells which are in the bottom to be expressed with transcription factors, be expressed in one type pattern, very like vegetal pole cells, and the animal pole cells will say you are expressed in this pattern. So even though they have got the same set of genes, not all the genes are expressed. maybe only 5% of the genes are expressed. A different 5% is expressed in liver, a different cells which are going to become the liver, and a different 5% will be expressed in cells which are going to become a muscle or which will become a nerve. So it will be a different set things which are doing. So in alternate splicing, for example, the Drosophila say FXL, or even in hemoglobin also there are certain splicing. So just to check, say this is a, cells have got an exon 1, this is intron 1, exon 2, this is intron 2, this is exon 3. So this is the, and you have, say for example, certain sequences here. This is the nuclear RNA or not the messenger RNA yet. You have the pre-mRNA, nuclear RNA. So exon 1, these introns are spliced out. In normal case, you would expect E1, E2, E3. You would expect something to be like this, right? This is the mRNA. It can very well be that this region is spliced out and you have only this is an alternate transcript. A different transcript is made. This will have a different set of a different protein, and this will be a truncated protein, a smaller protein. This is a very big example of alternative splicing. Now, function of 5' cap and function of poly A tail, it is to protect this mRNA when in the next step after this what happens? It is exported to cytoplasm. Now, depending upon the transcript, some of them they are now exported to the cytoplasm and then they are attacked by ribosomes. There are two types of ribosomes. One is the free cytosolic ribosome. In the cytoplasm, these ribosomes, they move about, and the other is the endoplasmic ribosome. Yes, some are translated in the cytoplasm. Some, this ribosome mRNA complex, they travel because with the signal recognition peptide, because of a sequence which they have while they are being translated, a special sequence comes out, and that sequence is in the DNA. They come out and they are targeted directly into to the endoplasmic reticulum. So some are translated on the endoplasmic reticulum, some are translated in the cytoplasm itself. Now, when these messenger RNA go into the cytoplasm, they are attacked by a series of endonucleases and exonucleases. That is the main purpose is that is the protective mechanism, specifically protective mechanism, because many viruses, they inject their genome inside. So any free DNA in the cytoplasm is not going to stay like that, it is going to be cleaved off. They cannot move about like this. They should have a sort of protection. And this protection is given from these exonucleases like with the poly A tail. So the poly A tail is being chewed. It is attacked, but it is like a buffer. They are poly A binding to PABP2, they are all there, but these proteins, the first defense is actually from the number of A residues are there. The longer the A residues, it is expected that this mRNA is going to stay a bit longer. in the cytoplasm. If it stays a bit longer in the cytoplasm, that means there is a chance of more ribosomes binding to it and start translation. যতক্ষণ থাকবে ততক্ষণ প্রোটিন বানিয়ে যাবে, যত কম থাকবে প্রোটিন বেরিয়ে চলে যাবে, simple as it. So these poly A tail 5' cap, they are basically essentially giving up protein. So in some cells you can find lots of endonucleases are present. So this mRNA is going to be removed. Apart from that, while translation takes place in mRNA, there is a sequence known as Kozak sequence or Schindler in bacteria sequences. So this is the place. This gives a stability to the mRNA. Because what are Kozak sequences? What do they do? Ribosome ভালো করে bind করে রাখে. It binds very well to the ribosome. If you read in the molecular part, madam will teach you about translation. You will see that in that place it binds much stronger ribosome binding site, these Kozak sequences. So if you want a better expression of the protein, of a particular protein, you need to have this Kozak sequence. Now we are not discussing about how the transcription is regulated at this moment. I'm just giving an overview. Next day I will take up each step individually. Today I am going to just give an overview of all the things which happen. And then you have to study in details about it. This is in fact, in my opinion, the largest chapter which you can study. This is the most difficult, not difficult, but it is a huge chapter. Conceptual, yeah, it's conceptual. But you need to know a lot of other concepts to understand this. Therefore, not everybody is in the same page. So therefore, I have to go from the basics, very simple basics. So the one stage, we have seen that the regulation takes place during processing. And the next regulation you can see that during transport. And then now translation has taken place. We have talked about translation. First we have talked about transcription. Point 1. Point 2. Processing. Point 3. Right. Translation at the level of point 4. Because of the Kozak sequence, some are transcribed more, some are translated in the cytoplasm, some are translated in the cytosol. Because of the Kozak sequence, translation, not transcription. Translation takes place more. So you can assume that there are different ways of regulation which take place. And then translation is over. Good Lord, translation has finished. Now who is there? Now what's the problem? We have another step. We have seen these are the post-transcriptional modifications. These are post-transcriptional processing, post-transcriptional modifications which take place. Now you have another level of modification, that is post-translational modifications. And this is things like ubiquitinylation, methylation, acetylation, then you have loss tubulylation, deacetylation, demethylation. There are 100 and several types of post-translational modifications. Phosphorylation, one of the most important ways by which you can make an enzyme active and enzyme inactive. So if you phosphorylate in signal translation, you have the MAP kinases working and they are giving a particular GPCR. If you have read GPCR in 4th sem, you have different ways by which you can, exactly. You have MAP kinase. What is it? Its function is it is phosphorylating protein and making them active. And dephosphorylation, you are making them inactive. So you have all these steps of these are all nothing but post-translational modifications which are taking place. After the protein is made, the enzyme protein is made, it is made active by phosphorylation or made inactive by dephosphorylation or acetylation. You can change the conformation. So all these things take place. These are later. Bacteria, not in eukaryotes. In bacteria, it works, not in eukaryotes. You are talking about eukaryotic differential gene expression in eukaryotes. Transcription পরে হয় বলে না simultaneously চলে না eukaryotes. সব আছে কিন্তু your translation takes place in the cytoplasm and transcription takes place in the nucleus. সাথে চলে কোথায়? সেটা তো আরেকটা আগে তৈরি হয়ে গেছে। ওইটাতে তৈরি হয়েছে যেরকম what happens in bacteria এদিকে আরএনএ পলিমারেজ এরকম ট্রান্সক্রাইব করছে ডিএনএ তে দিস ইজ দ্য আরএনএ already on this you find ribosomes binding here and protein is being made. So in bacteria transcription and translation they are closely coupled একসঙ্গে হচ্ছে simultaneously. First transcription হবে nuclear RNA না না পুরোটাকে তৈরি হয়ে যাবে হ্যাঁ সাইমালটেনিয়াস কি করে সাইমালটেনিয়াস হয় আগে নিউক্লিয়ার আরএনএটা তৈরি হবে না তো নিউক্লিয়ার আরএনএ পাবেটা কি করে হাউ ডু ইউ গেট দ্য প্রি এমআরএনএ যদি সাইমালটেনিয়াস হয় তুমি বলতে চাইছো যে এখানে আরএনএ পলিমারেজ ট্রান্সক্রিপশন করছে অলরেডি এখান থেকে স্প্লাইসিং হতে শুরু করে দিয়েছে না ওটা হয় না ওরকম I'm sorry. ওরকম হয় না নয়তো you will not be able to এই pre-mRNA বলি কেন তাহলে ধরো একটা ট্রান্সক্রিপ্টের কথা ভাবো একটা ট্রান্সক্রিপ্ট তৈরি হচ্ছে ঠিক আছে ওয়ান ট্রান্সক্রিপ্ট এই ট্রান্সক্রিপ্টটা পুরো হবে না তৈরি এমআরএনএ তুমি সাইমালটেনিয়াস বলতে কি বোঝাচ্ছ হোয়াট ডু ইউ মিন আরে আস্তে আস্তে বলো একটা ট্রান্সক্রিপ্ট হচ্ছে তারপরেই স্প্লাইসিংটা হচ্ছে সাইমালটেনিয়াসলি বলতে পারে একটা ট্রান্সক্রিপ্ট যেটা তৈরি হয়ে গেছে তার স্প্লাইসিং হচ্ছে আরেকটা তখন ট্রান্সক্রিপ্ট তৈরি হচ্ছে সাইমালটেনিয়াসলি জিনিসটা না আগে ট্রান্সক্রিপ্টটা তৈরি হবে যেটা হয় যে এইসব স্প্লাইসিং এর ফ্যাক্টরস গুলো দিয়ে এটার উপরে বসে থাকে তার মানে কি যদি সেরকম কেস হতো এক্সন 1 ও পেতে না বাই দ্য টাইম এক্সন 1 এক্সন 2 তৈরি হচ্ছে ইন্ট্রনটা বেরিয়ে আছে ইন্ট্রনটা এলোই না কোনোদিন ইন্ট্রনের ট্রান্সক্রিপ্ট পাওয়া গেছে ইন্ট্রন ক্যান বি সিন ইয়ার ইন্ট্রন ইজ দেয়ার অল্টারনেট ট্রান্সক্রিপ্টটা হচ্ছে না হবেটা কি করে যদি ধরো 100টা তোমার ট্রান্সক্রাইব হলো এবারে বলছো তার মাঝখানে একটা ইন্ট্রন আছে দুটো এক্সন আছে অলরেডি তো ইন্ট্রনটা স্প্লাইস হয়ে যাবে সেটা হচ্ছে না ব্যাকটেরিয়াতে একমাত্র it happens closely coupled ইউক্যারিওটে ব্যাকটেরিয়াতে হয় ব্যাকটেরিয়াতে স্প্লাইসিংও হয় না পলিএটিএলও হয় না ওখানে হয় না কিন্তু যেখানে হচ্ছে ওই ট্রান্সক্রিপ্টের উপরে অনেক কারুকার্য হয় একসঙ্গে হয় না একটা ট্রান্সক্রিপ্ট হয়ে যায় আবার আরেকটা পরে ট্রান্সক্রিপ্ট হতে হবে মানে সাইমালটেনিয়াসলি বলতে মানে একসঙ্গে চলছে জিনিসটা মানে তোমার ধরো ট্রান্সক্রিপশন হচ্ছে, একটা হচ্ছে, সেটা বেরোলো, সেটা স্প্লাইসিং হচ্ছে, এবারে ওইদিকে আরেকটা ট্রান্সক্রিপশন চলছে, কিন্তু এখানে আরেকটা স্প্লাইসিংও চলছে, সেটা হচ্ছে সাইমেলটেনিয়াস। এই নয় যে আগে সব ট্রান্সক্রিপ্ট গুলো তৈরি হয়ে গেল, হ্যাঁ, সব কটা প্রি এমআরএনএ তৈরি হয়ে গেল, তারপরে আরএনএ পলিমারেজ বন্ধ হয়ে গেল, সেটা নয়। তুমি যেটা ভাবছো সেটা সেই সাইমেলটেনিয়াসলি মানে যদি বলো, মানে তোমার ট্রান্সক্রিপ্টটা তৈরি করতে, ধরো 100টা ট্রান্সক্রিপ্ট প্রিএমআরএনএ তৈরি হবে, 100টা তৈরি হয়ে গেল, এবারে আরএনএ পলিমারেজ হ্যাজ স্টপ। ওকে, নেক্সট হোয়াট কামস ইজ, তারপরে দেন ইউ এক্সপেক্ট নাও পলিঅ্যাডিনাইজেশন হবে, তারপরে কথা আর 5 প্রাইম ক্যাপ আর পলিঅ্যাডিনাইজেশন একসঙ্গে হবে। 5 প্রাইম ক্যাপ আর পলিঅ্যাডিনাইজেশন দে টেক প্লেস টুগেদার সাইমেলটেনিয়াসলি, ওটা হয়, কিন্তু ট্রান্সক্রিপশন ইজ আ সেপারেট। Therefore, both polyadenylation, splicing as well as your 5' cap, this is simultaneous. না না, ট্রান্সক্রিপশন আগে প্রিএমআরএনএ তৈরি হবে। ঠিক আছে, তোমার ক্লিয়ার হলেই হলো বাবা। আমার হয়ে গেছে, আমি পরীক্ষা পাস করে গেছি, ভালো নম্বর করেছি। ঠিক আছে, ওটা ব্যাপার না, বেরিয়ে গেছে, তুমি বুঝতে পারতে হলো না। ইট ইজ ভেরি গুড ইউ আস্ক দিস কোয়েশ্চেন, ইনফ্যাক্ট আই এনকারেজ অল দিস থিংস। হ্যাঁ, নয়তো কি হয় বলো তো, আমি যেদিকে যাবো তারপরে যা হচ্ছে না, ইউ হ্যাভ টু কিপ মাই ব্রেন অ্যাক্টিভ, আমার ব্রেন ইনঅ্যাক্টিভ হয়ে গেছে। ওকে, the next thing we have talked about post transcriptional. Now if we talk about transcription, এই পার্টটা ক্লিয়ার? So far this is the overview. Let us now come to the level of transcription. Just ওটা ইনিশিয়েশনটা আমি করে দিচ্ছি, তারপরে তোমাদের ছেড়ে দেবো, এটা মুছে দিচ্ছি। পোস্ট ট্রান্সক্রিপশনাল ইভেন্টস গুলো সাইমেলটেনিয়াসলি হতে পারে, এই নয় যে আগে পলিঅ্যাডিনাইজেশন হয়ে যাচ্ছে তারপরে ওগুলো সঙ্গে সঙ্গেই হয়, ওইখানে রেগুলেশনটা হয়। Now we are talking about, first let's go to the level of transcription. The first step is accessing the DNA. Since we know that a gene is a segment of DNA, gene ta kichi na, eta DNA sutro, it's a segment of DNA, nothing. You have to access it, but in eukaryotes genes are organized in the form of একটা কথা বলে beads on a string. Not only it's in the beads on a string, later it goes into a model known as solenoid. Next, not only solenoid, this is just one way. There are other ways of also haphazard configuration also. This is the solenoid. Here we are assuming it's solenoid. Then it is, these solenoids are also organized packs like this. So now an RNA polymerase wants to transcribe a gene. RNA polymerase, then we have talked about transcription factors. They want to transcribe this particular gene. This gene wants to be transcription. So where will transcription factors get access? ঠিক আছে? Now they will not get এখানে if it is in such a compacted manner, how will it do a transcription? এতগুলো base চাই আমার বসার জন্য, it needs 250 base pairs. RNA at least RNA polymerase needs to bind. It needs to stick. It is so much distance. কোথায় পাবে? সব তো পাকানো আছে. It is all wound up. So this needs to be unwound. So for that you must understand the structure of a particular nucleosome. A nucleosome is a central group of 8 proteins, histone proteins known as histones. Who are the 8 histones? You have H1 এর কথাই বলি, H2A, H2B, H3 and H4. This into 2. So you have 8 proteins, 8 such proteins. 8 such proteins in the core. To which 1 and 3/4 packeted around 180 to 200 nucleotides, base pairs are wound. বিভিন্ন বইতে বিভিন্ন আছে 180, 190, chew করলে 220, Albert says. So around approximately so many nucleotides are wound. It is 1 and 3/4. Okay. And now you have several of it's going like this. So now to hold them, to pack them more tightly, there is another histone which comes, H1. Now these histone proteins basically at a global, this is a protein sequence. Say this is H2A. You have several amino acid residues. They are made up of several amino acid residues. Some amino acids are targets for acetylation. CH3CO group. So you have enzymes known as histone acetylases. What do these acetylases do? কেউ বলতে পারবে? আর কি বাকি আছে তোমরা বলো, আমি একটা দেখি কি কি বাকি রয়েছে। আমি এটাতে দিয়েছি কি? And there are also the sites for methylation. And if an acetyl group is added to this protein, it is a CH, so you have a negative charge attached, double bond O, a negative charge is attached. And the histones are positively charged. Lysine, arginine, positively charged. So what happens? The histones become loose. So when this protein is acetylated, you have lots of tails coming out from histone. They are acetylated. It becomes loose. Result, এরা সরে যাচ্ছে আস্তে আস্তে। And now you have the promoter sequence here, and you have the gene over here. This is, and then you have also enzymes like you have acetylases. Like you have acetylases, you have deacetylases. Next, there are places these proteins can be methylated. Methylation টা দিয়েছি এখানে। So the histone tails can be modified by methylation. They will add CH3 group to this, methyl group to this, and this will condense. মানে যেটা accessible হয়েছে, it will become again condensed and inaccessible. So this is one way of giving access to the DNA sequence. It is compact. তোমার euchromatin is compacted. এরকম nucleosome structure, it is compacted. It is not accessible. Accessible, it is made by acetylases and deacetylases expression, and inactive করে দিচ্ছে methylases. And there are other factors also known as nucleosome remodeling factor. NURS. And in yeast we have Sweet-Smith complex. So what they do is, basically these units, ধরো DNA তে attached আছে. What happens is that they slide away from each other because of these nerves. They slide away from each other, and result is that you have the DNA exposed. You have nerve and Sweet-Smith complexes. আমি যখন পিএইচডি চালু করেছিলাম জেএনইউ তে, শেষ করিনি, ওটা বাইরে গিয়ে শেষ করলাম, কিন্তু সেই সময় around 99 ওই টাইমটাতে this NURS was identified, nucleosome remodeling factor NURS. একজন বাঙালি ছিল, উৎপলেন্দু চক্রবর্তী না ঘোষ, এখন এখানে থাকে, ওই তো সাউথ ইন্ডিয়াতে লালজিৎ সিং যেখানে ছিল সিডিআর না না, আরে সাউথ ইন্ডিয়াতে হায়দ্রাবাদে বলো না নাম করে, সিসিএমবি, সেন্টার অফ সেল অ্যান্ড মলিকুলার বায়োলজি। তার মধ্যে লালজিৎ সিং যেটাকে ভাগ করে দিল সিডিএসপি, ডিএনএ ফিঙ্গার প্রিন্টিং এ, তো ওইখানে ও জয়েন করেছে। উৎপল ভদ্র, উৎপল দত্ত, উৎপল ভদ্র এবার নাম মনে পড়েছে। পরে আমি যখন পোস্ট ডক করতে বাইরে থেকে এসেছিলাম, আমাকে খুব ইচ্ছে, ওনার ইচ্ছে ছিল ওনার ল্যাবে আমি জয়েন করি, তো আমি আর জয়েন করিনি, আমি পোস্ট ডক এডিনবারাতে চলে গেছিলাম। কিন্তু ওই সময় উনি আমার খুব ইচ্ছে ছিল, তো এইসব নিয়ে উনি কাজ চালু করেছেন, ড্রসোফিলা। So this was, we knew about methylases and acetylases, but still that ওটা তো ভাগ হয়ে যেত, কিন্তু এটা সরিয়ে দিত কে, লাইট করিয়ে, another mechanism was formed with this NURS. And Sweet-Smith আরেকটা ল্যাব, ওই পেপারটা আমার অথর ভুলে গেছি, it is now 22 years back last করেছিলাম পেপারটা, আমার মনে নেই কার লেখা, but I have read this paper. This also causes it to move about. So this is the first thing, accessing. Next day we will be talking about, next class we will talk about transcription factors and their regulation. ঠিক আছে? Okay.